Jacksonville, Florida. Rayshawn Jenkins and Josh Allen put the Jacksonville Jaguars back in the playoffs for the first time since 2017. A defense that had been battered around all night finally came up with the big play. Jenkins' strip sack of Tennessee Titans quarterback Joshua Dobbs and Allen's 37-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown finally gave the Jaguars the lead with 2:51 to play. That gave the Jaguars 9-8 the AFC South title with a 20-16 win and sent them to the playoffs for the first time since 2017. The Jaguars' defense made two big plays earlier in the second half. Tyson Campbell's interception to set up a field goal and Roy Robertson-Harris' sack to stall another Titans drive, but could only manage 3 points. The defense finally came up big when it mattered most. Jenkins was untouched on a blitz and hit Dobbs' arm just before he released the football. Allen fielded it on one soft bounce and went untouched into the end zone. It was the team's 27th forced turnover of the season. They've scored 111 points off those turnovers, which is tied with the New England Patriots for the most in the NFL, per ESPN Stats and Information Research. It was the second time Jenkins has saved the Jaguars this season. He intercepted Dallas Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott and returned it for a touchdown in overtime to beat the Cowboys on December 18. This was the fourth time the Jaguars have rallied to win in the fourth quarter. They also trailed the Baltimore Ravens, Las Vegas Raiders and the Cowboys. The Jaguars pull within 3 after Christian Kirk hauls in a touchdown catch. Jacksonville Jaguars troubling trend. The Jaguars turned the ball over on a failed trick play. Trevor Lawrence's pitch to Jamal Agnew was high, and that was the team's 13th lost fumble of the season, which is tied with the Indianapolis Colts for the most in the NFL. Lawrence was tagged with his NFL-leading 9th lost fumble of the season. Obviously we'll make an emphasis of it, Coach Doug Peterson said this week about turnovers. We've got to protect the football. Just like each week you try to create takeaways, but you've got to keep the football as well. We all understand the magnitude of what turnovers can do in games like this. QB breakdown. Lawrence missed 2 potential touchdowns with an overthrow and an underthrow. Lawrence overthrew a wide-open Zay Jones in the end zone. From NFL Next Gen Stats, Jones had 10.2 yards of separation from the nearest defender. Lawrence was pressured on the play, but the miss forced the Jaguars to settle for a field goal to cut the Titans' lead to 13-10. On a 3rd and 3 early in the fourth quarter, Lawrence underthrew Christian Kirk in the front corner of the end zone. He was pressured again when corner Roger McCreary was able to catch up to Kirk, who had a step, and break up the pass. That forced the Jaguars to settle for another field goal to cut the Titans' lead to 16-13. That possession began with Tyson Campbell's interception of an underthrown pass by Dobbs. A touchdown in either situation would have given the Jaguars the lead and put pressure on the Titans. Jamal Agnew. The Jaguars returner had a big day, with 125 yards on 4 kickoff returns and 33 yards on 2 punt returns. He jump-started a stagnant Jaguars offense with a 54-yard return that set up the Jaguars at midfield. That turned into the Jaguars' only offensive touchdown. That makes up for the fumble earlier in the game. Agnew has been close to breaking several returns for touchdowns in the last month, and now he'll have at least one more week to try and get one. Derrick Henry stiff-arms a Jaguars defender to the ground on a run near the sidelines.